They're certainly upping the rhetoric. Certainly the reference from President Trump on fury and fire is to match Kim Jong Un's sea of fire rhetoric that he often uses about what North Korea might do to the United States. It's mostly bluster, I would say, and it's what would be called the madman theory of nuclear deterrence, which you have to make people believe that you're mad enough to use nuclear weapons, and so you behave in a seemingly erratic way in the hope of convincing the other state to back off. It's an extremely risky strategy. And behind the scenes, I think, are calmer heads and cooler minds trying to sort out this situation. Trump, as we know, has his own very strong views, and he thinks he knows how to negotiate in a very different way to others. And certainly he's been trying to convince China as well as North Korea that the US is prepared to take action in the hope that that will bring North Korea to the negotiating table. And Rex Tillerson has been at the ASEAN summit and talking with leaders there and elsewhere about negotiations. So, and clearly Nikki Haley at the UN is really pushing on the negotiation front as well. So it's really, I think, a two-pronged approach that they're trying to do, a stick and a carrot. If they used missiles against Guam, it would necessitate an immediate response from the United States. The United States would be well advised not to use nuclear weapons in that case. They have enough conventional firepower not to have to need it. And if they were to use nuclear weapons, they would lose the support of the whole world community, including China, and would cause devastation not only in North Korea, but also in China and South Korea, and perhaps other parts of the Pacific as well. They have enough conventional weaponry to attack North Korea in retaliation if North Korea goes down that very dangerous route. On the other hand, we had such a dry spring, didn't we? So we know from their new ballistic missile tests that they can now reach the United States. Whether they would be prepared to put a nuclear warhead on top of a missile that would reach the United States, that's not clear to me. Even though they've carried out 5 nuclear warhead tests, it's not clear that they are sure that they'd be able to put one on top. And whether or not they've picked up from signals intelligence and other human intelligence capabilities that they are now ready, I still think it's something to be prudent about, but not necessarily panic about. North Korea is a very isolated country. It finds it very hard to understand what's going on in the rest of the world. It has looked at some of the situations around the world, and it's made a decision that nuclear weapons would deter an attack. It feels itself to be under attack, and therefore it's looking for something that would prevent it. Unfortunately, I think in this case, nuclear weapons do the opposite. Nuclear weapons are actually a lightning rod which is drawing an attack towards them. If North Korea were not developing nuclear weapons at the moment, we probably would not be paying them very much attention in the world.